I made it. And check it out. 15.1. Even better.
Okay. It had too much power steering. We're getting a lot of interest in the ultralight.
Thanks for tuning in. In this video, I'm going to bring you along for my journey to Northeast Georgia to pick up my Top Rudder Ruckus airplane kit. I traveled from Indiana to Middle Tennessee and then Northeast Georgia for this trip. When I got to the Top Rudder shop, I had a quick tour around with Troy Woodland, the designer of the Ruckus. We covered several topics while I was there. We talked about some of the recent design updates on the Ruckus, some of their manufacturing and build practices, as well as a little bit of history and information about the original Ruckus ultralight prototype. After the shop tour, we went over to the airport, did a little bit of walk around on the airplane. I'm going to cover that in more detail in a future video, but I did leave a couple teasers in this video for you to see. Hopefully you'll enjoy this video. Thanks.
It's alright at 7 a.m. here in Middle Tennessee. We got everything loaded up in the van. I'll show you the van real quick. Getting ready to make the drive. Let me take you on a little tour of the van. So, we were going to do a truck and trailer, but that's a little inconvenient. So, my mom's work has this extended E250 cargo van, which is going to have just enough space to fit the spars. This thing doesn't drive very much. You can see the wrap on it's pretty much toast. But the company's good. If you need any fundraising, cookies, gourmet popcorn, awesome stuff. I've tried it many times. Give her a call. You can see plenty of cargo space in the old van. All right, let's go.
I can help you with?
No, I think that's it. And that receipt will be on my account on the portal.
Yes. Yeah, here in about 5 minutes, where that little envelope icon is, you'll be able to click on it and see the receipt in there.
Okay. We're about an hour away from the Top Rudder facility. I normally don't like to stop on trips, but I think this is probably worth it. We just burned a pretty good amount of fuel getting up to the top of a hill. I'm going to turn you around and show you the view. It's not bad. Not a bad view. Van's doing it. We're gonna make it. This place is cool. Didn't know this existed. It's like a little German town in the middle of Georgia. All kinds of German stuff everywhere. Apparently BMW, Audi, those German car clubs will meet here a couple times a year, and I can see why. It's really cool. On the Chattahoochee. We're almost there, and we did it. 15 miles to the gallon. And it's still downhill from here. Sweet. We made it. And check it out. 15.1. Even better. I'm gonna go in, talk to Troy, and then hopefully bring you guys in for some video. So this is my kit.
It's your kit,
packed
yeah.
up, ready to go.
We ended up fitting your struts too.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't have to.
So the length and everything is.
Yeah, there was a time that I was going to have the builders do that, but I think that we're going to go ahead and run everything on the CNC also from here on out. So it just kind of takes them setting up dehedral and so on and so forth. It's just automatically done.
Cool.
When you're constructing your wings, well, there's two ways of doing it. I would have just drilled everything out and I would have put all my drag tube brackets on and riveted them on when the spars were just by themselves, and then spread out my sawhorses. And I would have put these compression tubes in first, and then I would have put all the ribs on, and then you run the diagonals through, okay? And that's kind of the way I would have done it. Well, Izzy took and put both the spar tubes out, and then he just started clecoing all the ribs to the spars. And when I kind of watched what they were doing there, kind of analyzing whether that's a better way than what I was doing it, there was something I noticed that I kind of liked is when you put all the ribs on, it automatically tells you what holes need to be the 3/16, even though it's going to be referred
drill
to.
out the wrong hole,
That's
basically.
right. So when you got all your ribs clecoed on with just one cleco, the wing will still slide back and forth,
Yeah.
But then obviously it tells you exactly which ones are for your drag tube brackets.
And was that there was like a YouTube short a couple days ago of one going together in like 30 seconds. Was it that way?
This was the set of wings that those guys built that week. Well, Andrew built them.
Because it looked like they were doing it that way in
That's
the video.
the way Andrew did it.
Yeah.
With it, and Izzy was just basically watching because Andrew wanted to do it.
So there's not that many places then where you drill out for the 1/4-inch rivets.
For the 3/16.
3/16.
I may have said quarter, sorry. But so you'll have the 1/4-inch on your lift strut attach brackets. Okay, those are the only holes other than in the root end of it where they actually bolt to the airplane. Everything else is 3/16 and number 30. All the little brackets, they can't, the holes are already, pilot holes are already indicated, so these two brackets right here, they can't go into that spot, and that spot can't go into this one.
Okay, like different spacings.
Yeah,
Okay,
now
nice.
you could have it turned around instead of the tail end of it is facing towards the tip.
This rib.
Well,
go
on
on
this
then, right?
bracket, this aft part
just
of
the
the
center-
bracket
it's
is going
centered,
towards the
okay.
tip. And then on the very end one here, it's also facing outward also. Okay? Those are the only two brackets. All the other ones are the
directional.
same. Yeah. And that are directional, exactly.
And all the brackets in here are stainless, it looks like, or is that aluminum?
this
That's
is-
aluminum.
this is aluminum.
7000 series maybe? Or?
Yeah, the 6061.
Oh, 66.
And I would recommend. I do like priming. If especially the guys that are going to have their airplanes on floats.
Oh yeah.
And if a person's not going prime, that's fine too.
I was going to ask you about that, particularly on the tail feathers.
The The tail feathers are powder coated,
Oh, they are. Okay.
and so
I thought they'd just be raw
no,
steel.
they're all powder
Okay,
coated, and
cool.
so that's some people will scuff before they cover. Don't I wouldn't scuff because it you know the fabric once it wraps around and then
Yeah,
wraps around itself.
It grabs onto
Yeah,
itself. So
I wouldn't touch that. But on the mating surface, if you if you took and at least set all your, you know, it is 6061, so it has, you know, corrosion characteristics are really good with 6061, but on the the face that's married to something,
yeah,
if you set those parts up and get a etching primer and just
shoot
dust
those little areas.
just hit those areas where it's going to be mating.
Idea.
It's
Yeah.
not it's not a bad idea to do things like that, and I would encourage it. But
Okay.
even on all your aluminum parts too, it doesn't take but a minute to do that also.
Right. Yeah. You don't need to set up a paint booth or anything.
You
for that.
don't,
Just
not for that.
rattle
Just-
can it.
Yeah. But you don't have to get too carried away with it.
And they're about what 13 and a half, 14 feet long each.
Yeah, they're 13 and a half feet. The wing spars are 13 and a half feet.
And will the tank? So the tank will screw in. Then it'll have like a flange on it. That
The tank is going to have a skin, okay? So it's going to have a plastic cross-link tank, okay? And they're impact resistant. They never leak. You know, when they add additives to fuels, they never go bad. And you can see the sight level through the tank,
okay.
which I really like.
So they'll be white then, or
They'll be a whitish, yellowish,
Yeah.
you know, kind of like
okay,
a
that's cool.
raw.
I was kind of wondering, like, with this, there's going to be a sight tube, but yeah, with the plastic tank, that makes a lot of sense.
Some people will still put a sight tube in them, but I don't think that would. I definitely want. I love being able to look right up there and see it doesn't
Right.
lie.
Yeah,
So,
that's just like our Quicksilver ultralight tank. You just look up.
yeah.
You can
It
tell
doesn't
how much
get
fuel's in it.
get any better than
Yeah.
that.
And so this is, I feel like most of the time in the building the airplane is right here in the wing and covering it, right?
Yeah.
Seems like everything else kind of would just bolt together.
It's all these back here that we have we've been waiting on the paint booth installation, but we kind of jumped the gun and we got something to get us by right now, because all that stuff, we got 6, 7 airplanes on this back wall that when they're primed and painted, every few days they're going to be ready for their engine, and they're going to be done. The customer will be doing the engine installation, and
Will they do that in here, or
some of them will, but a lot of them will take them, and at that point take them home, because they'll be all bolted together, so on and so forth.
Okay.
And it will be the fastest part.
I guess there's quite a bit of rivets in this. Like this will take
There-
some time to.
There
assemble
is.
the
This
tail
is going
boom.
to take you a weekend or a day or whatever to do. And the way this is I might have a good example over here. Your boom tube's going to come like this right here, okay?
Mhm.
And what you'll do is you'll take a hacksaw and you'll go ahead and cut the tabs, okay? We have to keep this. We have to keep these little tabs on here when it drills all the
otherwise
holes, because there's
open.
tension in it. Yeah. And so sometimes it'll split, and then it laterally will even, you know, move also.
Mhm.
So you'll clean you'll be able to clean the tube out really, really good, both tubes, and priming the inside of one or both
Yeah.
is a great idea.
I was thinking about how to do it.
Yeah, a lot of times when there's double sleeves like this, if we put Corrosion X on everything, because it kind of embeds in the metal, and like Corrosion X, they use it whenever there's problem areas in Cessnas or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
they run that in. They run
Usually they have,
wands
like, a
in
big
there.
wand, yeah.
Yeah, and they
I was looking
run
into that.
they run all that material in there, and that's how they just do it. And then when we paint the seam, so once you slide the tube in after you've prepped it, whether you just put etching primer on it or whatever, your choice, we use hose clamps to band the tube together. And if it has any tension, you can take and you can twist it to where it's flush. If it's not flush on the end, then this is kind of going off at an angle. So if you clamp one side and get to the other side, you might have to twist it and get the clamp on it to get it to where it's nice and straight again.
Okay.
It's not getting it straight.
And so I'm not seeing any holes in this one. So this one's effectively the drill guide
For
this
this one,
Okay,
exactly.
so you have to get it aligned. Then you can drill it, cleco it, take the bands off, then rivet it.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you only use 2 clamps then, just on each end, or
I
you put a
actually,
couple down the middle
use
too?
quite a
Oh, there's
few
a
just
lot,
because I want them really tight.
All right.
But
Yeah.
you could get away with not using a lot of them.
Stainless rivets?
Yeah, those are stainless rivets.
What's the story with Orangey back here?
You know, we just got, at some point when we get caught up, we're going to put it back together and get it out to Kena so we have another airplane to fly. I've just obviously been busy getting all this stuff done. I want to.
What Rotax is on that? Is that?
That's a 503.
503?
That's what all the old video that you've seen.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, from
that's
like 2
the
years
engine.
ago.
Yeah.
And even that, with that engine, it's
Yeah.
climbing out pretty strong on the 503.
When that originally in the videos that you've seen, I had that 4-to-1 gearbox on it, and so I was running that 80-inch 50 pitch prop, and so the prop was only turning like 1,500 RPM, but
Wow.
and we got to get it back out there. I want to incorporate the spoilers in it too, real quick. I do, but I don't.
How do you feel, because I know the control scheme is quite a bit different. That was one of the big changes. Like this has flaperons where this has dedicated ailerons, but there is still some mixing with the flaps, right?
There was, but now when we go out to the airport, you'll see I uncoupled them from the ailerons.
Okay.
It had too much power steering, and so we uncoupled them and put them on their own hinge, which is, it's going to be a good thing because it gives us a lot more room to do some more stuff down the road, or the builders can take and create a mechanical Fowler flap in it, by the hinge. There's several things that we can do with the flaps now that we couldn't do before.
Okay.
The flaps are really easy to pull on.
Yeah, I'm really curious to try the mechanism, how handy it is.
It is real handy. I actually really like it.
Take a look at this one up close a little bit.
Yeah. It's been all tore apart and we haven't got it back together.
It's probably kind of a neat way to see it, though.
Yeah.
Really small battery.
Yeah,
And
they hung a
the
new,
sheet metal slats,
yeah, that was all prototype.
right? And
Back
single
in-
seat.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
I bet. Let's take a look at the tail wheel assembly.
That wasn't, those guys did that tail wheel. That wasn't the tail wheel that was on it. That was something they did. They did a bunch of stuff here and there.
It's odd.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Huh.
Yeah, Superflight fabric with polyfiber. That's just silver
This is just
poly.
the
yeah.
silver poly.
Yeah. I was trying to keep it as light as I could.
Okay. And
This
what did this one weigh when it was flying?
with the Polini, I made ultralight weight. This one doesn't have any leading edge wrap or anything on it, so
Okay.
it has all the scalloping. In order to do a true ultralight, we're getting a lot of interest in the ultralight, and
I see people, on Facebook, like, is there an ultralight version, or does it meet ultralight?
we want to do it, and it might be something that I don't know if we're going to get to it this year. But you can tell the airframes have,
It's
so
way
much,
beefier.
yeah, it's so much more substantial because
There's
the
a
gross,
lot of metal there.
yeah, the gross doubled, you know. But we have a couple tools that make it, that I need to take and get in the circuit to where we can mail them to you, and then you can mail them to the
just
next
pass them
guy.
around.
Yeah, I
That's
kind
a
of
good
want to
idea.
do that because there's a few things like that where I hate to see somebody, you know, the big, like these right here, I modify the certain things so that they fit the hinges a little better.
I don't, but yeah, I
See
kind
that?
of wasn't thinking about some of these big stainless. It's going to be tough.
The Milwaukee one does a great job. I have one too.
Okay.
But now that I'm thinking about that, I don't know if I can modify the end of it, because I will. Oh yeah, I can. I'm going to get mine and grind my head
so it'll fit in those tight
you
spots.
can get it up against there. So you're pulling that rivet true. I'll do mine. I mean, I'm sure these are replaceable anyways if it doesn't work. Yeah, see, it wouldn't take much on this because it has a smaller head, so I wouldn't have to grind much.
Are the landing gear legs aluminum or?
No, they're not. I'm glad you mentioned that. They're heat treated 4140.
Okay. I thought I saw on the website that it said aluminum. I'm like,
Well, they
really?
did. The original was 7068, and I really think that I did a lot of load testing with the 7068, and I may run it on my personal one. It's just not going to take no,
Yeah, you can't.
2-3G landings.
Yeah.
It just won't do it.
How do you feel about the steel though? The heat treated steel?
The steel is good.
I like the bag.
Won't be silly with it.